Kia ora nā hoa. This is the last video in our series looking at doing a graph in code ready for Science Fair 2021. Now we have seen how to draw a bar graph in code in as little as 5 lines. It is actually possible to get it down less than that. And we've also seen how to make a detailed graph with all of the labels and all of the trimmings and everything else. Today we are going to see what it takes to draw a bar graph using Matplotlib in Python using RippleIt.com. Okay, we're back here with a blank project. I have some bar graph data over here. Now, we have words in one column. The results table is sort of going across. It's a little bit strange. We have, well, bring it over here so I can point to it. We have words going across in one column and numbers going across in the other. So chances are we're going to want a bar graph and not a line graph. Great, so let's do that in code. First thing we do is the secret magic trick, which is import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Does all the hard mahi for us, gets all of the hard stuff out of the way, so we can just worry about what we want to put on there. Okay, what needs to be on our x coordinate? Well, that needs to be the type of fruit, doesn't it? So x is going to be, again, square brackets. This is a list of things, square brackets. Each of these individual items needs to have little quotation marks with it. So, quotation marks, apple. Outside the quotation mark, comma. Quotation mark, orange. Outside the quotation mark, comma. Same again. Banana. Kiwi fruit. What needs to be on the y-axis? Well, the y-axis needs to follow the same pattern. So first it's 35. Now, this does not have the strings because they're numbers. This doesn't have the little quotation marks because they're numbers. So just plain numbers, 35, comma, 30, comma, 10, comma, 25, 40. Wow, a lot of people like blueberries. I tell you what, they certainly do in the summer when it gets hot and you put them in ice cream. Ice cream, blueberry ice cream. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Great. How do we make a bar graph from here? It is just the simple plt dot, getting used to plt dot, bar, x, comma, y. Plt dot show. That's better. Okay, that's a really good graph. It's missing a few things. Again, it's missing a label on the x-axis, a label on the y-axis, a title up the top, and I want it to look a bit prettier. I reckon we could do with some color. So let's get those 3 things happening. Let's say plt dot, again, plt dot, plt dot, plt dot, every time. Plt dot x label, we've done this 3 times before. 2 times before, it doesn't matter. X label is along the bottom is type of fruit. Plt dot y label is going to be, plt dot y label is number of people. Don't forget the quotation marks. Plt.title is favorite fruit. Oh, by the way, there is no difference between double and single quotes. Just, I should try to be consistent. And let's give it some color. What colors are we going to use? How do we add color? Well, when we say plt.bar, we can come in here, put another comma, and make it look a bit nicer with some spaces, Say C-O-L-O-R for color, no U. That's because American spelling, Americans wrote this program, so C-O-L-O-R. It hurts me on the inside, but that's what we have to do. C-O-L-O-R equals square brackets. Apple is going to be red. Orange is going to be orange. Banana is going to be yellow, of course. Kiwi fruit is going to be green. I just want green. Unless you like a golden kiwi fruit. Maybe you can make it gold. Blueberry is going to be purple. And if you have eaten a blueberry, you'll know why. And no, now grapes. What are we going to do about grapes? Okay. No, blueberry is going to be blue. The most purple of the fruits is called a blueberry, but it will be blue today. Grapes are going to be purple. Okay. Are we going to have a title? Going to have 2 labeled axes and a really nice looking graph with a whole lot of color. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Maybe I need to stop it and run it again. Just, if it doesn't work, turn it off and on again. See what you get. There we go. Oh, look at that. Isn't that a colorful graph? Wonderful. That is ready for you to Windows Shift S, copy it out, or we'll do our favorite trick, and we'll give you one more chance to take a look at the code. One more time, plt.savefig, and again, fave, fruit graph, and I'll just show you that .pdf does work, even though you can't see it in REPL. It should. So now run this code. Ooh, it's thinking about it. Here we go, running this code, and we should see fave fruit graph .pdf turn up here. Nice, and there it is. So that's a lot easier to print if you now click and download it. It's a lot easier to print, although I don't think PDFs show up in that screen. You can't see them there. Back to main.py. One last look at the code. And that's it. That's all I want to show you. You've now learned how to draw a line graph with Python. You've now learned how to draw multiple line graphs at the same time with Python. You've learned how to draw a bar graph and how to make it look pretty as well. Wonderful. That's it from me. Until next time, ka kite anō.